Welcome to 52 Questions for God, where we ask questions that you'd like answered and don't always get them. So here we go. I'm journalist Rick Snider, along with Pastor Chris Bryan, down by the river, and we just thought, here's question 11. Can a rich man get into heaven? My dad used to say this to me a lot when I was a kid. I guess because we were broke and just kind of just took the pressure off, of things. But, they go, the Matthew quote, the famous Matthew 19:23. Jesus saying to the disciples, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of heaven. So we got automatic speed passes with them, since we're not rich. But, because I remember as a kid thinking, a camel can't get through the needle. It really made me think about it. So what is it? Do rich people get to go to heaven too?
Of course they do. And here's the only way they can. Their entrance into heaven is not based on their love of money. Their entrance into heaven is based on love of Jesus Christ. And of all the people we know, especially you in your arena, all the people that you can tell which ones are going to have it when it's later in life. When it's all about the stuff, it goes up in vapors. When it's about people and relationships and engaging with other people, it lasts forever. Hmm. So in other words, back to the eye of a needle, the camel, and I was at that place where they have that gate. For it to go through, it has to get down hoofs and crawl through. So there's a lesson of humility. It's the love of what money can do, not the love of money that does it.
So is the needle not a sewing needle? It's something else? I'm telling you.
It's actually a tunnel.
I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a small tunnel where all the curves got to come down. They get screwed through. It's real slow, about yay high, about 4 feet.
Well, that changes perspectives. I always thought it was a little sewing needle. I thought, well, there's no way it's getting through that thing. All right, well, okay, you learned stuff in this show. All right, so basically he's saying, the Bible says the wealthy need to use their money wisely and for the good of mankind.
Right.
All right, but here's the thing. And we talk about this a lot, like the new stadium coming to Washington. They go, you could spend all this money on poor people. Back in the 60s, we were going to the moon. They're going, you need to spend money here on Earth, not out there. We say it now about Mars. And yet there's always going to be poor people. There's always going to be rich people. I'm not saying to abandon the poor. But, it's not a simple thing of give away everything you got and problem solved.
Well, it's not, because you're supposed to be a good steward of what you have, time, talent, and treasures. And so we get to think about all this is what would you do with it? I used to do global missions and stuff in Zambia and Guatemala. And I was one time out in the middle of a field, and God just told me, I didn't call you to this. And it didn't make any sense, so I stopped. And then all of a sudden, God revealed to me, he said, you went thousands of miles, hours away in a plane, to help people put water in their house, right? Well, don't you know within 30 minutes of the most powerful city of the world, there's the same people. So it went from global to local. You help those who can. Yep.
All right. Mark 6:24 says, no one can serve two masters. You cannot serve God and wealth. So I go in to boil down a long scene. There's a part where at the temple, the elders are trying to trick Jesus and saying, hey, Jesus, do you think people should be paying taxes to Rome? And they're trying to sucker him. So he says no, and then the Romans can take them off and do their duty. And instead, he really caught them back. He goes, render under Caesar what is Caesar, and render under God what is God.
Well, he talks about, let me see that coin. Whose image is on this? It says it's Caesar's. Then give it back to him.
Yeah.
And then give to God what belongs to God. It's that simple. What does God really want from us, I think, is the question is to love God and to love our neighbor as ourselves. That's it. Not the love of money. I mean, it helps you get stuff and help people. But the genuine, authentic, targeted goal, even from the cross of Christ, to love.
All right, so I learned I'm not rich, but I'll get in, and I learned where the needle is. Boy, things to go.
That's right. You'll recognize.
I'm Rick Snider. Thanks for coming. We'll see you again next Sunday.